Somewhere beneath the surface, hidden from the world above, the ultra-wealthy have built a second civilization, entirely underground. These are not shelters. These are hidden cities gone, engineered for permanence, designed for absolute luxury.
Built in secret, known only to those who commissioned them. The ultimate expression of power and paranoia.
While the world argues, debates, and deteriorates in.
Tonight, we go inside. Beneath the mansions, beneath the mountains, beneath the ocean floor itself. Access begins where no one would ever think to look. A bookcase, a fireplace, a wine cellar wall that moves. Some entrances are hidden in plain sight. A garage floor that descends. A tennis court that slides open. Others are engineered into the landscape itself. A hillside that opens. A cliff face that slides apart. In the hills of Malibu, beneath a glass and steel cliffside home, an entrance rises from the ocean rock itself. In Montana, a cattle ranch conceals something far more valuable underground than any livestock ever could. Every hidden entrance is designed by one principle: absolute invisibility until the moment of need. What sparks your interest? Biometric locks, retinal scanners, pressure-sensitive floor tiles that verify weight, stride, identity. The elevator descends. 1 floor, 2 floors, past the foundation, into the earth itself, and then the doors open. What lies beyond is not what anyone above ground could ever imagine. The first thing you notice is the air. Clean, precisely controlled, a temperature of exactly 72 degrees, every hour of every day.
Underground living rooms built with the same detail as the finest penthouses in New York or Monaco, perhaps more.
What sparks your interest?
Ceilings that simulate daylight, walls that pulse with ambient color, systems that make you forget you are underground entirely.
Master bedrooms twice the size of ordinary homes, engineered from the bedrock itself, furnished with the rarest materials on Earth. Private dining halls, kitchen infrastructure capable of feeding hundreds, imported stone, custom metalwork, absolute silence.
Underground kitchens rivaling professional restaurants. Industrial equipment behind a residential facade of stone and custom cabinetry. Wine cellars that hold thousands of bottles, cooled to perfection, cataloged by decade, region, investment value.
Libraries that house rare first editions. Reading rooms sealed from vibration, humidity, and the chaos of the world above. Home theaters designed not for entertainment but for escape. A row, massive screens, acoustic chambers, air so still it hums.
Private galleries where museum-quality art hangs permanently below ground, away from eyes, away from insurance appraisers, away from judgment.
Corridors that stretch beyond imagination, connecting buildings, wings, and entire underground neighborhoods far below a single estate. Private offices as large as corporate headquarters. Command centers built for decision-making at the end of the world. Underground bedrooms for guests. Suites that would command $50,000 a night in any hotel above ground.
Walk-in closets the size of boutiques, designed for clothes that will never be seen above ground again.
And everywhere tailored, the silence. A silence so complete it becomes its own kind of presence.
Below the living quarters, the facilities begin. An Olympic lap pool, 7 feet underground, with engineered saltwater circulation systems.
Private spas. Saunas built from century-old cedar. Cold plunge pools fed by underground aquifers. Gyms engineered for serious training, not vanity spaces. Operational facilities built for physical endurance and survival preparedness.
Medical suites. Operating rooms. Hospital-grade equipment housed 50 feet below ground.
Server rooms housing private networks here. Dark fiber connections, satellite uplinks, communication systems isolated from every public network on Earth.
Control rooms lined with screens, monitoring every camera, every door, every system killing, and everything happening on the surface above.
Power systems, independent nuclear micro-reactors, diesel generators the size of city buses, solar farms buried in undisclosed locations miles away, water systems, aquifer access, purification plants, an endless supply independent of any municipal source above. Food production, hydroponic grow rooms where LED light replaces the sun, and thousands of square feet of vegetables grow in perpetual harvest. Communication centers, encrypted private networks, the ability to reach anyone on Earth pond or to disappear completely. Lounges where silence costs more than penthouse suites. Spaces engineered not for show but for psychological recovery. What sparks your interest? Squash courts, racquetball courts, a full-size bowling lane deep in the bedrock of Colorado. A basketball court lit by stadium lights beneath 60 feet of mountain. An ice rink sealed inside temperature-controlled rock. What sparks your interest?
A private cinema, a jazz club, a cigar lounge with a ventilation system designed by aerospace engineers.
An underground shooting range, a simulation training arena, a vault that holds financial instruments no bank will ever know about. Everything needed to sustain 100 people for 5 years. Everything needed to never surface again.
The concept of isolation, rethought. Not imprisonment, not exile.
Days pass without sunlight. The body adapts. The mind, paradoxically, expands. This is what total control of environment feels like.
On the surface, seasons change. Snow falls, markets crash, politics implode.
The water is recycled. The air is filtered. The food is grown. This world is not dependent on the one above it in any way. No news, no signal, no obligation. The bunker asks nothing. It simply provides. It simply endures.
Some of these bunkers have been lived in for extended periods, not during crisis, simply because their owners preferred it.
The psychology of safety. When you own a space that can survive anything, the weight of the world above becomes a choice rather than a sentence. Independence from infrastructure. Independence from surveillance. Independence from every system that the modern world depends on to function.
At some point, the bunker stops being a contingency plan. It becomes the plan, the primary plan, the only plan that makes any sense.
These spaces will outlast the people who built them. Engineered for decades, designed for centuries.
The elevator rises, the bookcase slides closed, the tennis court seals above, and on the surface, nothing appears to have changed.
The world above is loud, uncertain, and increasingly fragile. These people made a different calculation, Peden, and they made it quietly.
If you enjoyed this journey below the surface, subscribe to Luxury Cribs America. Every week, we go where the rest of the world cannot see.